Hi everybody, my name is Bree and welcome back to my channel, Bree's Arts. Alright you guys, so for today's video we are going to be tackling some cottagecore fall decor DIYs. Now I have to admit that I wasn't super familiar with what cottagecore actually was, but when I saw it on Pinterest and Instagram and all over YouTube, I absolutely fell in love with it. I think that it is so beautiful and I wanted to give it a whirl for today's video. Now, of course, I've used mostly Dollar Tree items for today's projects. And with all of that being said, let's jump into the first DIY. All right, you guys, here we go. DIY number one. And these DIYs are super easy, you guys. Now, I'm just taking one of these little pumpkin decor that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I removed that raffia bow, and I'm just gonna blast it with my heat gun just to remove that excess glue. So heat it up, put on my finger protector, and take off that glue. And then I am gonna also heat up that glitter, that dang glitter, and I'm going to scrape it off with my scraping tool there. And so just taking in a little bit of the painter's tape, I taped off the stem and just going to paint up this little pumpkin with my white chalk paint. All the sides, front, back, you know the drill. All right, these rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree, they are so beautiful. And it took me forever to find them. And when I finally did, I legit picked up like 6 of them. And I'm just taking this wreath and I'm going to put that at the top of my little pumpkin here. And with these rub-on transfers, they're super easy to use. Just using, a popsicle stick, rubbing it down. If you find, it's not completely transferring, you just kind of lay it back down, rub that spot, good to go, just like that. And then I printed this little decal off on my Cricut, and it says Autumn Vibes, just using some black vinyl. And now I'm just going to make a little finger bow here using this baker's twine from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just wrapping it around my fingers, I don't know, maybe 7-8 times, something like that. Making that little loop, cutting it off, and then I'm just gonna cut a little piece here to kind of cinch the center of the bow. So just tie it around and pull it together. See, just like that. So super easy, you guys. And just kind of, fully fit out and cut off the excess. All the little, tendrils. And just place it at the top there. I'm just making sure that it's all floofed out nice. And now I'm going to take some of this wired cord, I guess it is, from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to wrap it around the stem a couple of times just to get the shape of the stem here. And then I'm going to just take it off and I'm going to use my pencil to make these little curly cues, right? So, just wrap it around a few times, make it nice and curly. This is like a pumpkin makeover. It's so simple, you guys, and I think that it just ends up being so cute. So doing that to both of the sides of my cord here, and then just putting it back on, positioning those little curly cues where I want them to be. And then I'm just going to take my little finger bow that I made with the twine, hot glue it to the top, secure it on there. And that is it, you guys. We are done. How cute is this? Okay, here we go. DIY number 2. Now taking this little white pumpkin that I got at the Dollar Tree as well, you guys, like Dollar Tree's pumpkin game is legit. I absolutely love this pumpkin. It has these little leaves that are kind of, you know, not embossed, but like engraved into the pumpkin. So pretty. So I'm just taking my Sage Blossom by Folk Art and just giving it a coat. I just did 1 coat of paint here just to cover it up, make it look beautiful. Love this green. And then I'm just going to take my sanding block from the Dollar Tree and I'm just going to rough it up a little bit just to bring out some of that white, you know, make it look like it's all distressed and aged and worn, and give it some dimension and some character, and just going all the way around, bringing out like the edges and whatnot, wiping it off, you know, some of the chalk dust, and continuing on until, you know, I'm happy with it. Sand, sand, sand. This is like, I should have called this video pumpkin makeovers because that's legit what we're doing here. All right, so again, taking some of that baker's twine. I really love the color of this baker's twine. It's like an off-white, right? And so I'm just going to wrap the entire stem with this baker's twine. So, you know, using my hot glue, going around and around and around and around and around until the entire stem is completely covered. Hot glue, twist it around. Make sure none of that gold is showing. Come on, girl, you can do it. I know I should have finger protectors, you guys. I know I should, but I don't. I burn myself on a consistent basis. Okay, yep, there we go. Round and around. I'm so sorry. Editing. Oh, it ends up being really beautiful. And now taking some of these little flowers, paper flowers that you get at the Dollar Tree. I made another one of those finger bows. I didn't show it, but I'm just going to hot glue that little bow on and the flowers. And that is it, you guys. This one is also all done. I absolutely love it. It came out so cute. Hi guys, just me popping in because I have a little announcement to make. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I am creeping really fast up to 10,000 subscribers. I started my channel in March of 2021, not knowing what was gonna happen. And I am telling you guys, it has been absolutely amazing. And it's all thanks to each and every one of you. Now, really, you guys, I cannot thank you enough for all of your support and your kindness and your encouragement throughout my journey here on YouTube. So what I've decided to do is another giveaway. So what is it that everyone's always hunting for but can't seem to ever find? Is it these? Now, I have the 2021 calendars here, and I have 4 of them. And I also, believe it or not, have these. So I have 4 of the 2022 calendars as well. And this is what I am going to do. I'm giving all 8 of these calendars to one lucky winner once I reach 10,000 subscribers. Now, you guys are gonna have to stay tuned in my next video because that's where I'm going to give you all of the details of the giveaway. Now, with that being said, let's get back into those DIYs. Okay, here we go, DIY number 3. So you can see here that I have a whole bunch of beads stacked up on wooden skewers here, and I'm going to paint them up. We're gonna make a beaded garland. I absolutely love garlands. Beaded garlands are so pretty. They add such a nice touch to your decor. So I took 15 beads here and I did those up in the Parisian Gray by Folk Art. 4 of the beads are going to be in that sage blossom color, and then 8 smaller beads are going to be painted up in the white. And now taking one of these wood rounds, they came from the Dollar Tree. They were in a package of like 2 hearts, 2 rectangles, and 2 circles. Painted it up with my white chalk paint, and I'm just putting a hole in with my drill here so that we can thread it in for the medallion of our beaded garland. Now these rub-ons, you guys, these rub-ons, you know, if you watched my haul video, I am absolutely in love with these. They are so beautiful. And actually these rub-ons inspired this entire video with the colors that are in them. So there you go. I absolutely love them. So I just chose one of the rub-ons there using, you know, a popsicle stick and just rubbing them on. Again, these are such high quality. I cannot get over it. For $1.25, insane. So just rub it on. Look at that. Oh, stunning. Love it. So pretty. And again, with the baker's twine, so I am going to take the baker's twine here, and I'm just going to find the end, there we go, and just tape off the end there so that we can thread our beads really easily here. So what I'm going to do here, taking 3 of the gray beads, and then 1 white, 1 green, and 1 white. So 3 gray, white, green, and white. And remember, the white ones are a little bit smaller, so it gives it a little bit more character. And we'll continue that pattern all the way down our string here, just like that. And then of course, thread that through the medallion, the hole that we made with our drill. And I'm just taking a little bit more tape because I needed it to be a little bit longer. We're gonna just thread the excess there through a few of our beads, and then I'm just tying it off into a double knot here, and then it kind of makes that one bead, like I'm going to stuff it down into that, like the knot into that bead, and then it'll be nice and secure, it won't come apart. There we go, and just cut off the excess. Snip. Okay, so I just took this, I don't know, wooden square. I have no idea where I got it from. Maybe it was from Dollarama. But I just wrapped my baker's twine around it about a bajillion times until I got the thickness of the tassel that I wanted here. Just make sure you keep it nice and straight, and then just thread the other end of the garland through, tie it up in a double knot. Make sure like it's not too tight because you do want it to still be bendable, right? But nice and tight, you know, cut off the loop there. And then I'm just taking the excess and wrapping it around the tassel to create the tassel, right? Wrap, fluff it out, make it look gorgeous. And then just taking some hot glue, we're just gonna secure the end of that down to our tassel to finish it off. I love this baker's twine for tassels. I just think it works so well because it's still really, you know, soft, so it's not a really stiff tassel. And clip off the excess, give it a little haircut so that, you know, everything is nice and straight. And this garland is done. Oh, I love it. right, you guys, last one, DIY number 4. All right, so you can see that I took a couple of these wire pumpkin wreath forms that you can get at the Dollar Tree. I took them outside and I gave them 2 really good coats of my white spray paint. When it dried, I just flipped them over, did the backs as well. And I love these wreath forms. I saw this idea on Pinterest as to how to actually use these wreath forms. I love this project, you guys. It is so pretty. So now, taking one of the wreath forms after my spray paint is all nice and dry, I am going to paint it up with my sage blossom color. So, you know, just go over top of it. Make sure you don't get any drips or anything like that. But it just ties everything together. And I just absolutely love this color. I love this color. Okay, so this table runner I found at my local thrift store. It was super inexpensive. And you guys, go to your thrift stores. I know that they have doily things like table runners at the Dollar Tree, but it didn't fit on this. I did try it first, but it did not fit onto the pumpkin fully. So I'm just making sure that it covers the entire pumpkin form, and it's the white form that I have underneath this table runner. So I'm just cutting it down to size, and we're gonna glue this actually right to the wreath form. So cut, and then of course, you know, keep the excess for a project down the road, right? So pretty. Okay, so flip it over, and I'm going to use my hot glue. And look at me, look, she's putting on finger protectors. Atta girl. And we're just going to use some hot glue and pull the table runner lace over top. And I do that on each side first, and I did pull it nice and tight. And then we're just going to work all the way around the wire, putting the hot glue down, and then, you know, pinching it off on the top and the bottom, making sure it still fits all the way around. And that is it. Just glue, pinch, glue, pinch. And just make sure you pull it nice and tight as you're going around the form there. It worked really well, you guys. I was really delighted. Glue, pinch, glue, pinch, glue, pinch. Okay, now I'm just going to go along the outside, cut off all of that excess. The glue holds the lace on there super well, so it's all secure. Cut all the way around. And I did have to go back. I missed a few spots too, so I will have to go back and just glue those down, but that's totally fine. It's nice that it's lace, right? So you can definitely, you know, pull on it and whatnot. But look at that, check it out. Oh, it's so pretty. So now I am taking that other wreath form that I had painted in the sage blossom green color and just a few zip ties. So these are white ones that I did get at the Dollar Tree. You can't even see them. So I'm just going to zip tie the 2 forms together. I put one on the top and one on the bottom, and then one, I believe, on each side of the pumpkin wreath form. So you see there, I'm just pushing it through the lace, tightening it up, making sure it's nice and straight. And then, yeah, one on each side there. And like I said, with the lace, you can't even see these at all. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. I just absolutely love this. And I think like this is definitely the most cottage core of the DIYs, you know, kind of, you know, lacy, looks like your grandma's cottage kind of thing. And then of course I'm just clipping off the little tails that are left by those by the zip ties there. There we go. Perfect. See how I'm gluing just a little bit more down because it did come loose a little bit. All right, so now just taking my braided rope. I didn't show the whole thing, obviously, but I just went around the entire stem there and wrapped the braided rope around. This braided rope is from Amazon. I'll link it down below. I use it all the time in my projects. I love this rope. It's nice and clean. It's very, very pretty. I just adore it. Hot gluing it down. And again, no finger protectors. What is going on, Brie? Goodness sakes. So now I am going to make a bow. So using this ribbon that I got at the Dollar Tree, I'm just going to take three, I believe I do three. Here, I'm thinking about it. What am I doing? There we go. And you just kind of wrap it around itself twice. And then I'm just making this bow. So taking some of the twine that you get at the Dollar Tree, I'm just wrapping it around the center, tying it off, and then cutting off the excess and just, floofing out my bow. It's so pretty. I love this. This wired ribbon is really nice too, from the Dollar Tree. And they have a whole bunch of different patterns of it too. And then I'm just taking like a couple of the ends and making a center for the bow just to cover up the twine that is cinched in the center there. There we go, floof, floof, floof for the top. Okay, now I found some of this satin ribbon at Dollarama, and I just thought it needed a little bit of extra, zhuzh for the bow here. So I'm just creating a few tendrils. I used 2 pieces, hot glued them together, and just have them, like dangling down in the center from where my bow is going to be attached there, cutting off the excess. And then we're going to attach our little wired bow there. I do a couple of tails as well in that wired ribbon just to complete it. Just hot glue it down and then hot glue that bow right to the top there. Floof that bow, my girl. Okay, so I got this eucalyptus garland off of Amazon. I'll try and link it down below as well. Just cut off a couple of stems here, tuck them in under the bow, and that is it, you guys. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. All right, everyone, that is it for our cottagecore fall decor DIYs. I really hope that you enjoyed them. And tell me, did I get the cottagecore vibe here? Or do you think it's a different style? Like I said, I've never done cottagecore before, so, I think I did pretty well, but let me know down in the comments. And also let me know which one of these is your favorite. Now, don't forget, watch next week because I will have details as to how you can win the calendars. And I want to send a huge thank you to all of my subscribers, my new subscribers. Welcome to my crazy YouTube fam jam. And to all my OGs, you guys mean the world to me. I read every single one of your comments. I reply to everyone. I just adore you. Now, down in the description box, if you're interested in supporting my channel, I do have a Buy Me a Coffee link. And if you like what you see, do me a solid. Tap that like button, maybe subscribe, tell your friends, all of that jazz. Stay tuned for the gag reel. Bye, guys. Looking kind of cutesy today. Cottagecore, fall decor. Okay. So now we are going to do cottage core. All right, you guys, for today's video, we are going to do some cottage core fall decor DIYs. That's the plan. Back. Oh, not closer. My stomach is grumbling. I'm hungry. Now, I have to admit that I'm not super familiar with the cottage core. Grab a candy. Just let me know what, that's not good. Something in my teeth. I need to start again. A whirl. We're giving it a whirl. Booms. What's going on here? What's happening there? You can do it. You can do it. Loosen up. Here we go. What am I going to say? What was I going to say? I was going to say something. It was good. It was going to be good. Now, you guys, wait. Oh, goodness sakes. The lighting is weird today. It's weird. It's so cloudy, and I really rely on the natural light, and it's just, sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. The lighting is weird. Sick of pumpkins yet? No, me neither. Okay, you got it. You did good, Sawatsky. You did good.